So the way we're doing our next section of the Sheltowee is using this place as our base camp, Lago Linda. And I think it's a wonderful idea because I'm not quite ready to carry the weight of a backpack yet. And so we're starting a youth haven camp this morning. We'll have a car there, that's where we'll start. We're gonna drop off my car at Crestmont Baptist Church. 11 or 12 miles down the road, I don't remember. And then we'll start again there tomorrow. But this is our setup, and Tim's really taking care of us. I slept in his camper there, his RV. We had some good food last night, some hamburgers he cooked on the grill. Ate some oatmeal and some cereal this morning, had some hot coffee. And we're getting our day started, getting things together. Just a really nice campsite. We'll probably use the fire ring tonight, need some s'mores. But it's a nice facility here. Good way to do this next section. Kind of take the weight off of me and get my trail legs back in shape. Last hike we did was just a day hike in the gorge. I didn't do much filming of that. Got a couple pictures with the guys. We did an Indian staircase loop, cloud splitter, or maybe it was in and out. And then back in November, I think it was, we did the trail to Youth Haven Camp from, I believe it was from Natural Bridge. We stayed at that Riders Ranch campground, which is a fun kind of experience. So anyway, going back for our next section. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more regularity with making this happen. We're about 125 miles in on our hike, starting at the northern terminus. We made it down this far, but we also did a little section around Cumberland Falls. So we're trying to piece it together and stay on target right now to keep going south. Anyway, I'm gonna put my backpack together and let's get this show on the road. So a lot of people, when they're doing the Sheltowee, they're doing it south to north. And when they get to Heidelberg, they've got to do this uphill, well, they call it the Heidelberg March for a variety of reasons. But we've been going downhill for a couple miles now, maybe. And I'm just glad we're doing it north to south, going down this road to the Kentucky River. And it should be a fantastic day of hiking. We covered the whole route already that we're going to cover today by car. We're going to drop off my car and then we're going to take Tim's car back to the Youth Haven camp. Sun's shining, going to be 90 degrees, and sitting in the car here with Joseph. We're looking forward to a great hike today. So we're starting our hike at the Youth Haven camp. And you can see their facilities here. It looks like they've got a nice setup here. And so the talk of the morning as we get this thing started is, okay, are we hiking the Sheltowee appropriately? This is a little offshoot of 399 where the Sheltowee goes down. Now, do we go back down this hill, which goes kind of north, back toward 399, or do we go out of the camp that way? There's a little road that kind of connects to 399, but then there's this little section between these two driveways that the Sheltowee is. I think the consensus is we're going to go back to the north side of the camp and get back on the trail so we can be a little bit more purist. Anyway, this is the camp. We're gonna do a little potty break, get on the road. We drove the whole trail this morning, and so we know exactly what to expect. And part of it is gonna be dogs. I forgot to bring my pepper spray, but we're hoping crackers will placate some of those that get a little bit more in our face. Coming down from the camp, getting back on the Sheltowee Trace. It's good to get back on. It's been several months. I think our last section hike was back in November. And just looking forward to being on the trail, which really isn't a trail this time. It's all road. Absolutely all road today. And this is what it's going to look like all day long.
There's a traffic jam back on I-12.
Hey, buddy. Hey, hound doggy. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Joseph will do it.
Hey, Joseph, I know you don't have your hiking stick to wrangle this guy. You know, like your St. Patrick stick, but do you think you can handle him?
Take him all the way across.
Oh, man. You're my hero, Joseph.
Until dog gets hold of him.
Oh, well, he's got that little case. He'll be good.
Love and kiss. No, come on. Come on. Come on, puppy. Come on. Come on. Get back in there. Get back over before you. No.
No, no.
You're going to get hit. Come on. Come on. I don't want you to get hit. Look, here, I'll put that down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now, over here. Come on. Get back over. Go on. Good boy. Good boy. So get home.
He said, I'm just going to get out again. Who you think you are, buddy? Tell me what to do. I own this place. So pretty much right here at this Heidelberg Pentecostal Church of God is the downhill section. Well, more of the downhill section. We've had a little bit of it already, but now this is just going straight down to the river. And we're probably going to have our lunch right there, little city park. So back there, I thought at the church this started the downhill section. I don't think that was it. I think this is it. Yeah, finally. And it's a pretty good view from the road here, road/trail. Nice. Beautiful Kentucky. You would think driving this morning, I would be aware of where the downhill section is. Now we're hitting the downhill section. Woohoo. This is where we're gonna take our lunch break and eat some tuna in the final 2 or 3 miles to get to the car. So I enjoyed a little tuna, a little conversation, sitting in my chair, little noise. They're working on the lock over here at the Kentucky River, and we're talking a bit about what we're going to do tomorrow. And originally the plan was to try to make it to Turkey Foot Campground, which I guess conceivably could be made, but from the point where we left the car, I think it would be a 16-mile day. And there's another option of staying, or potential option of parking a vehicle at the campground, or not the campground, at a post office along the way. We're going to scout that out later once we pick up the car, but we're going to wrap it up here, get back into the quiet back roads over there. Turning on Crestmont Road and following the turtles. This is going to take us a few miles in before it enters the forest again on a regular path trail, but more road walking. So I'm no psychologist, nor do I understand quite those things, but I know for this day's hike, we are real close to the church in my car. Now, if the car was parked a lot farther, I wonder if I'd feel the same way that I feel right now, but I feel very tired. I feel very drained. And I wonder if it's because of the proximity. I'm already kind of checking out. If there was more miles to go, would I have more energy? Psychology, study of man, what makes him tick. Who knows the mind of man except God? Lord, help me push to the end here and to do it strong. We made it to the church. Had a little over 11 miles today. I don't know the exact. I got the All Trails thing going in my pocket, but I did not stop it, pause it for our lunch break. And there's my car. Hey! Didn't really have an end to yesterday's video. But we made it back to the campsite and just enjoyed some time resting and relaxation. And it was just a hot day. It was a hot hike on the road, not much shade. As we were coming across the Heidelberg Bridge there at the Kentucky River. And the last 3 miles were harder than the previous 8 for me, so it was just good to come back and get a shower. Yeah, I guess you could say we're kind of cheating on this section.
being able to use a little bit of base camp. But as the hikers tend to say, you need to just hike your own hike. No judgment here. We're going to get out and do another 8-ish miles. We had talked about going from Crestmont Baptist Church to Turkey Foot Campground, but that's 16 miles. So we're going to go to a little community called something Old Orchard or Arville. There used to be a post office there. We need to kind of spy it out, find a place to put our car. Don't have a lot of great intel on that area, but it'll be about 8 miles. So that's our plan for today. Getting ready to hit the road here early in the morning. It's about 6:30. Trying to keep it quiet. Have a good day. Bye.
So there's really no good place to leave my car, but we're going to leave it here where I think there used to be a post office.
Day 2 on our hike. We're starting at Crestmont Baptist Church. We parked Tim's car this morning. Sorry I didn't give a real ending to yesterday's festivities. Tim made some exceptional steaks, and we had a good time eating those last night with some mashed potatoes and baked beans, and just enjoyed sitting around the campsite over there at Lago Linda. So we're gonna hit the trail. A little bit more road walking before we enter the woods, probably about 3 or so miles. Checking with you later. Bye.
Yep. All right, we're coming off of Hall's Ridge goes that way. Todd's Road goes this way. And we're on kind of a gravel, maybe even Forest Service roads back in here. I don't know. Are you in there, little buddy?
He's in there. You better watch them fingers.
Easy.
I don't think he can outrun me.
No, but
He's a snapper turtle. He'll get you.
No. 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 So we're coming off Todd's Road, and it seems the name of this road is Virgil Todd Road. That's what Tim said. But I think that's where the trail starts going more into the woods. There's the arrow. Woohoo! I'm not sure what to do with this bridge. It's not in the best shape. I guess we have boards here, and there's steel beam down there.
there's the things underneath of it. Yep, there's a trail over here.
Okay.
Stay on down them boards because you see how it's got the I-beam going right underneath of it.
This is precarious.
It's not good.
Well, you get off the road walking and it becomes a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Twist your ankle?
Now my foot.
Hey, little guy.
Was he stepped on?
Nah, I don't know. He's hunkered down. His eyes moving.
It is.
He's a little guy. So for the last little over 13 miles of the Sheltowee, we've been on the road. Now we're back in the woods. There's a bit of a trade-off with doing road walking. It can be kind of hard on the feet, so you should provide yourself some good shoes for that. It could be flatter, it could be a little bit more manageable, it can knock more miles out. Thanks. But then you get back in the woods and you go, oh yeah, back in the woods, I love it. I hear the birds a lot more, see a little bit of wildlife. Get spider webs in the face. It's just a delight to be in the woods. But the trade-off is it's a lot more rugged. It's up and down, there's roots, there's rocks, places to slip and slide and fall, and things to dodge. Anyway, there you go. We're in this Hale Ridge area, and we're not too far from the car, a little less than 2 miles. And the thing about that road walking is you can get to a point, especially in a big long stretch like that, where you feel like just checking off the box of getting those miles done. Now potentially you can do that with any and all the trail. You know, you just want to, so to speak, bag this thing. But I like to look at it in a couple of different ways. Of course, there's the nature aspect, but nature could be a bother too. We were hiking somewhere yesterday and just the flies just wouldn't leave me alone. And you're shooing them away and they're just not going anywhere, and you can't outrun any flies. So you got nature just being a bother. Now there's nothing on the Sheltowee Trace unless you get maybe to the big South Fork area where you have to worry about bear and stuff like that. But nature is just, you know, it covers things that could be very delightful, like hearing a wood thrush out in the woods. Or you could run into spider webs. So there's that. But I like to look at doing the trail this way, that it gives me time for a bit of stillness and quietness, even though I am moving. There's the quietness, stillness of the woods, whatever. It gives me time to pray, to think without a lot of interruptions. But it also gives me time to get to know my brothers a little bit more, Tim and Joseph, and whoever else joins us on this hike. Get into some interesting conversations, and it's a bit of iron sharpening iron. Sometimes trying to figure out communication and communicating well, because we all don't necessarily think the same way. And so we've got to work through things like that. Theologically, we're all Christians, and so we all have trusted in Jesus as our Lord and Savior, but trying to work through the fine points that could get us into some very interesting conversations. So it's good stuff. The trail. I love it. So we came out on the road. I think this is 587 or something like that. Little community over here. Not much of a community. Harville or something like that. 587 goes to McKee there. And you stay on this and it eventually says to Irvine. Hopefully my car is there and in good shape. We're wrapping this thing up. Don't know what I'll say at the end. We may have some stats. I did all trails this weekend, but yesterday I did not save it, so I don't know what the trail was yesterday, but Joseph usually has that info. Check you later.